Oh, there I am. Hi. Ah, there he is. Wow. Look at that. That was a bit of a swerve there. This is some kind of look right here. You never cease to amaze. Happy Easter. What is that?
Look at this little friend I got. You're going to be a big fan. This is Mr. Matzah here. It's
Wow.
Little mini matzo ball toy for old Passover.
I love matzo balls. Look at that decoration.
Yeah, some Passover decorations. I almost got a bunch of toy frogs to put all over.
Oh, yeah. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs everywhere.
Yeah, that's what they say.
This means a lot.
Look at this guy right here in the corner. How good is
it's
this?
perfect.
I got a little...
It's perfect.
What do you think a latke would be like in an air fryer?
I think it would be fantastic.
I bet amazing. I made salmon in the air fryer last night.
Did you really?
It's fantastic.
You just popped it in there.
Just throw it in there, 8 minutes.
Done. You know what's so good about this moment? I feel like often Passover gets a little overlooked in the hullabaloo of Easter. You have done a great job of acknowledging both holidays, both tremendous holidays, both a sign of great things ahead. We've talked about this, the sports calendar and whatnot. You've done a great job of acknowledging us, so thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to do it. I think I agree with you. I think Passover does get a little bit overlooked.
Passover's great.
I
can't eat bread.
I think NBA playoffs, Easter Sunday afternoon, that's like the start of the playoffs. I mean, we're moving on the sports calendar.
Oh yeah, tremendous glasses as well. Are you a big Easter guy?
I mean, I celebrate it every year. Yeah.
How do you celebrate Easter? Like, tell me. I've never celebrated Easter before. I know about the eggs. The egg.
Yeah. So like,
what does the egg represent?
I think it's kind of like a Santa Claus thing. Like it's just like for fun.
There's no like historical.
I'm sure there is, and I could not tell you it. But like growing up, I grew up in a Christian household, and like we would dye eggs, paint boiled eggs, do everything like that. You'd wake up, the Easter bunny would leave you a little basket, the chocolate bunnies, everything like that.
Yeah.
Where's
the bunny come from?
I think it's like Santa.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just something like that to give presents out, I guess.
It's not like Jesus had bunnies. Like no. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure someone out there knows where it comes from. I do not. And then you go to church, and then you go like Sunday Easter brunch.
Also on Easter, don't you say he is risen?
Yeah, he is risen indeed.
Meaning like he's back, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the historical significance.
Right. This is when he was resurrected.
Correct, yeah.
Is that what Easter is basically celebrating?
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Palm Sunday, all of that.
Right. I'd love to know where the eggs and the bunnies
Good Friday.
Good Friday, right? So Good Friday is this Friday.
Correct, yeah.
And then what's the difference between Good Friday and Easter Monday? And then there's Easter Sunday.
Yeah. And I actually think it's the second Sunday of Easter because Easter's a whole thing.
Oh, it is. It's longer than just a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, are you going home for Easter?
I'm going to Connecticut for Easter.
Wow. Home away from home.
Yeah, it's tough to get down to old ATL,
Is it that tough? I mean, I feel like you're flying around all over the place. You were just in New Orleans. I mean, how tough
costs
is
some
it?
money to get down there.
Okay, fair enough. You have to make a decision. Final four?
Right,
Easter.
yeah, right.
I get it.
I got to go back to a wedding in May, so, I'll go back there.
Are you big on the Peeps?
I actually love Peeps,
You do like Peeps?
I like them, yeah.
Frank told me he loves Peeps.
No, I cannot stand them.
Yeah, they're a hot button issue, man. You either love them or you hate them.
What do you like, Frank?
Fun in the microwave, that's cool.
What about the air fryer?
We should try it.
No, they blow up when you put them in the microwave.
Yeah, you can't do that. Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
That would be smart. What about Cadbury eggs, Frank?
Look, I'll eat the candy, but I'm not.
I mean,
into
you
the
can't.
holiday.
You can't hate Cadbury eggs. Come on.
Cadbury eggs are so good with the
they're
yolk
fantastic.
and the caramel. Haven't had one of those in ages. Are you a big Easter guy, Frank?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Are you atheist?
What is with
I
these
love how much we're
questions?
getting into religion.
Can you smuggle some Kinder eggs for us next time you go to Canada?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go in the next few days. Why do people get so uncomfortable with religion talk? I mean, to me, religion, I'm curious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you can ask me whatever you want about Passover. We don't have bread. We don't eat bread. We have matzo ball soup. We do a Seder 2 times. So I'm actually a little bit salty on the Bellator situation. How are you going to put one of the best cards of the year on the first night of Passover?
No TV during Passover.
If you're very religious, you won't watch. I will watch. But it's a long affair. It takes a while,
Yeah, I can't lie. I didn't know that Passover was a week.
Oh, yeah, 8 days.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the best. Going to a Jewish school as a kid, you get off for that week. Usually around opening day, like we talked about, a lot of sports going on, so that was always fun. Not a huge fan of, I told Mike Kogan of Bellator, I was like, listen, as a fellow Jew, you should have been the one to flag this. Why are we doing this on the first night of Passover? He said, that's the date that we got. So I said, all right, fine. But it's an exciting time. I see you've decorated. You've got the flags up there, the posters up there. But you also have the Kai Car France shirt, which is phenomenal. Shout out to Engage. Yes. I mean, you had the owner of Engaged in the building 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Ash.
Shout out to Ash. Shout out to Engage. I mean, that threw me off guard. He was like, "Oh, nice, you got the picture of Kai Car France." I was like, "Yeah, I actually bought his T-shirt." He's like, "Oh yeah, the Engage one." I'm like, "Yeah, nice shirt." He's like, "Yeah, I own Engage."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah. So back in the day, Ash, who is Volkanovski's manager and Kai's manager and a bunch of these other guys, works very closely with Izzy. Like, he trained with them in Thailand. And also Engage was all of their first sponsors. So he had this company Engage, put on some shows as well. It's very much a family affair over there. In any event, Frank, we do have some breaking news, by the way. Yeah. It appears as though Marlon Moraes has officially announced his retirement, sending a statement to Damon Martin. I want to thank everyone, Sean Shelby, Dana White, and the UFC for giving me so many opportunities. I want to thank my family, my coaches, my manager, everybody who has been around and been a part of my career. I want to say thank you to Mark Henry, Ricardo Almeida. Very nice that he gives a shout out to Mark Henry because they did part ways later in his career. Ricardo Almeida, Frankie Edgar, Anderson Franca, and Hunter Campbell. Interesting. I'm still going to be around the sport, helping you guys and helping my friends. We kind of hinted at this over the last few weeks. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Congratulations to Marlon, one of the good guys in the game. Former WSOF champion, fought for the vacant title. Congrats to him on a great career. At one point, had an 11-fight unbeaten streak. Anyway, we got some picks for...
I guess just for the weekend at large.
Yeah, it occurred to me, should we have done the whole... I mean, we're not doing a show or shows next week. Did we drop the ball? Will you still be making picks?
I'll still make picks.
Okay,
I'll still give the picks out. I'll still tweet them out, everything like that. But yeah, I do not have the picks ready.
No, that's fine.
Got to tape this weekend, get ahead.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
All right, yeah, let's start it off.
Here we go.
We're going to start off with a little Bellator.
Oh, I like it.
AJ McKee, just had him on the show. I mean, he's 18-0. He's never
What about
lost.
that? I mean, what about that?
I mean, he's the man.
You're sitting there. There's probably Bellator PR right next to him, and he's just saying, like, "Yeah, I kind of want the UFC belt." Wow.
He's allowed to do it. Like you said, he's like their prize commodity. He's 18-0. What are they going to do? No, you can't fight in Bellator anymore. All right, well, I'm going off to the UFC then.
But imagine a guy like sitting there playing for the Cardinals, and he's like, "Yeah, I just want to go to the Yankees," or I'm out of here.
Sometimes it happens though.
I know
it happens.
Great theater.
Yeah, he's 18-0. Never lost. Absolute beast. He's going to have the size advantage in this one. 9 months ago, he clubs and subs him in less than 2 minutes, and you're giving him to me.
That's a great term. I've never heard that term.
You've never heard club and sub?
Club and sub?
I mean, he was like, it looked like he was about to knock him out, and
Did you just come up with that?
No. I will take no credit for that. I've read that on message boards and stuff. It looked like he was about to knock him out, and then he just grabbed his neck for the guillotine.
All right.
So yeah, like a club and sub. It wasn't really like he took his back and then sunk the choke in. It was more like almost like a knockout, and then he grabbed his neck. But I mean, you're going to give me that at minus 215 after we just saw what happened 9 months ago. I'm going to trust that he gets it done again. I can't not take that. So AJ McKee, I think he gets it done in the main event.
I like it. I think he does as well.
All right, let's jump over to the UFC card, which
just one Bellator
earlier. Just one Bellator single. You know these lines, they get huge.
Yeah,
I got a parlays. I got a couple parlays.
All right.
You mentioned earlier in the show, I think the Bellator card is better than the UFC one.
That was amazing when you said that.
It's not getting any love.
It's crazy, right? No one talking about it. This might be their best card of the year. Like when the year is done.
I think it's going to be.
Crazy. Those two fights are phenomenal.
$1 million on the line.
$1 million.
With Nemkov and Corey Anderson. It's going to be fun on Friday. All right, let's get into UFC, though. Martin Bidet. I'm going to take him over Chris Barnett. We all love Chris Barnett. I mean, the walkouts, celebrations. Obviously, he's got some ties to Athens, Georgia. How can I not like him? But this ain't Viante in his last fight. This is an up-and-coming prospect, 9-1. Has only lost to Juan Espino, UFC caliber guy. I think he's also the more natural heavyweight, big size advantage, 7-inch height, 2-inch reach. I think he's also got the skill advantage, power advantage, and I think he's gonna knock Chris Barnett out here.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll take him at minus 200. Next up, Jesse Ronson. We're going to take an underdog here, plus 110. It's a coin flip fight. Rafa Garcia, the guy that Cub Swanson is going to be representing, who you were just talking to. Ronson, he's coming off of a 20-month USADA suspension. Comes after he got a slick submission over Nicholas Dalby. This is his second stint in the UFC. Quite a few losses, but most of them are two quality opponents. That Dalby fight was at welterweight. Now he's hopping down to lightweight to take on Garcia. So I think that's going to give him a decent size advantage in this one, and he's going to have the major striking advantage, in my opinion. Garcia, he's been thoroughly outstruck in every single one of his UFC fights. Negative 1.94 strikes landed to strikes absorbed margin. I also think that Ronson's going to have the cardio and experience advantage here as well. We've seen Garcia slow down later in fights. The concern is Garcia's wrestling. Just chain wrestling, getting the takedowns, holding him down there. But I'm going to lean Ronson to take over as the fight goes on. I think he gets it done. Hopefully we can cash a small underdog ticket on him.
Okay, fellow Canadian, shout out.
Shout out. Next up, the main event. Vicente Luque. Very similar to...
Well, you might go dog on this one.
I know. It's tough. It's tough not to after that fight against Wonder Boy. I mean, he just absolutely dominated that one. But similar to the main event in Bellator, we've already seen this one. I know this one was 6 years ago. Obviously, Muhammad has improved a ton since then. That one didn't really last long, so we didn't really get to see what Muhammad really had to present in that one. And I highly doubt we're going to see a repeat of what we saw last time out. But I think Vicente, I think he's a little bit more equipped with the ground game than Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was. I think he has that get-up capability. Obviously, he can put you in dicey situations as well. We saw it against Chiesa. He's got that Darce choke that he loves to use. And then in the striking, I just think it's Luque all day. I mean, more power, more volume. He has a motor that goes for days. He always keeps his hands up. Next to no chance Bilal knocks him out here. So I think Bilal has to rely on the wrestling game, use the groundwork like he did against Wonderboy. But I'm not entirely sure he's going to have that much success as he did against Wonderboy. And I think Luque will keep it standing more often than not. And I actually think Luque might finish him. I know Bilal hasn't been finished that much in his career, but I think Luque gets it done and gets him out of there before the 5 rounds are up.
Wow, okay. That's a big one.
A little surprise pick. Running over to the world of boxing.
Oh.
Earl Spence Jr.
Look at
I'm
this.
going to take him.
Shout out to boxingodds.com or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Boxing Rec, I believe it is.
Yes.
I mean, Earl Spence, he's obviously...
No, the one you told me about.
Oh, yeah, Boxing Rec is like the record.
Yeah, Box Rec.
Pro Boxing Odds, I think you were right. Pro Boxing
Odds, yes.
Earl Spence, obviously undefeated, insanely skilled, no knockouts since 2018, though, so I do favor this to go to a decision. He's going against Ugas, 4 losses, but he's never been knocked out. He's a big counterpuncher. Spence, I'm taking this straight from Teddy Atlas here. I watched a great breakdown by him. Spence, he's got the speed. He's not going to be able to get the counter punches off on him. They're also fighting just down the road. He's a DeSoto, Texas native. They're fighting in Arlington. If it gets dicey on the scorecards, we know boxing history. I think Earl Spence is going to take it by decision.
I like
minus 140. I don't think it's a bad price when it's going at like minus 450.
No way.
So there are the singles. 5 of them for this weekend. 1 Bellator, 3 UFC, and 1 boxing.
1 Bellator, 3 UFC, 1 boxing, UFC main event, Bellator main event, big boxing card, pay-per-view, by the way, Saturday night. A lot of people busy during this Passover/Easter weekend.
I'll be camped in front of the TV watching.
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut, yeah. I do have some parlays for you before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Jakar Close, Pat Sabatini. I think Close more so. Brandon Jenkins, I just don't think he's UFC caliber in my opinion. I think Close gets it done. Pat Sabatini, super talented. He's going to have the size advantage. He's nasty on the ground. Coming out of Renzo Gracie, Philly. I think he gets it done, maybe even by sub. And then we're going to add on for another one, Mayra Buena Silva. She struggled late. She got absolutely dog-walked by Fiorot, but we know who she is. She's the beast. And I just think Buena Silva is levels above Yanan Wu. She's going to be more active right off the rip. She has the finishing threat, and I think she wins fairly easily here. So those are 2 UFC parlays. Bellator. A couple belly parlays. Not a ton to say here. Chalky as hell. Young debutantes. Typical Bellator fashion. The lines are going to grow like crazy, but I truly believe these are all squash matches, so I think they get them done. Theo Haig, Tyrell Fortune, Bobby Serrano III. That makes up 1. Other one is not loading for some reason.
Oh, look at that. Oh, there it is. No? Oh.
No, it won't load. But it is Tyrell Fortune, Bobby Soriano, Aaron Pico, and AJ McKee.
Oh.
Yeah, we're throwing McKee in the parlay. That's how confident I am in him.
Double parlay. And 2 with Fortune, right?
Yeah, 2 with Fortune and 2 with Soriano.
Yeah. And what is that one?
Oh, there we got something close here to loading. There it is.
Plus 108.
There it is. Plus 108.
All right.
Look at that. All right, that's all I got for you for the weekend.
Now I know what you're thinking. What's my underdog pick of the week?
That's what I've been waiting for all week. I've been waiting to put the play in.
Not a lot of good choices, if I'm being honest. Can I tell you the ones that I'm eyeing at the moment?
Please.
Corey Anderson plus 140.
I don't think that's a terrible pick. A couple people hit me up when I posted my bet slips, and they were like, no Nemkov. And I was like, well, do you see Nemkov? I would have posted him if I took him. But I'm sketched out by Corey Anderson.
Corey Anderson plus 140. Does he finally get that belt? Does he finally get over the hump? That's one that I'm looking at.
He's looked pretty unbeatable in Bellator so far.
Crazy flyer plus 350. TJ Laramie, Canada's own.
Yeah,
you're going with 17.
Yeah, I disagree, but
and we might disagree on another one. Our old guy, Chris Barnett.
I knew. Yeah,
Plus,
I mean, he's hard not to like. He's hard not to like.
Also, what a blunder! How do you not put him in Jacksonville? You know, like how is this guy?
He's the fourth fight on this card.
I just don't understand. Like, how do you not put him in front of a crowd after what happened the last time he fought? How do you put him at the apex? Disappointing. But it's not like there's one like last week where it was like, oh, Mark Madsen.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like you looked at the odds and it just like jumped out to you.
It was easy.
So that's the tough thing, you know. We got to make these picks every week, so we got to get the Helwani dog of the week still.
Is it right now or like?
Nah, you can wait all the way till Saturday, man.
Well, Friday if I go with
if you go with Corey Anderson.
Those are the ones I'm eyeing. Let me know what you guys think of those. You can let me know on Twitter. You can let us know in the YouTube cesspool. What is this? GC doesn't make the picks himself. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, definitely don't.
Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's an algorithm, right?
It's an algorithm? Yes, it's an algorithm.
Yeah, I got a model that I follow.
I bet GC has a mean poker face in Vegas. Do you?
I've actually never been to Vegas.
You've never been to Vegas?
If you do,
I've never been to Vegas.
You should wear those glasses.
Wow. I'm actually shocked by this piece of information. You've never been to Vegas?
Nope. And if I go, I will be going for a UFC fight. It's got to be for like a UFC pay-per-view.
What about International Fight Week?
I'll have just be coming back from like international travel.
Got it. Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah, the wallet's going to be hurting, so I don't know if that's the best time.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, that'd be fun.
At some point, either late 2022 or early 2023, Vegas pay-per-view card, I will be there.
You've never been to a pay-per-view card, right?
I've never been to a UFC card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock off the Bellator.
Yeah.
Boxing first. Taylor Serrano, and then we'll do Bellator for the Gegard card in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so you're working your way towards it.
Yeah, it's gonna feel nice. We're gonna crescendo into UFC.
Maybe November, Madison Square Garden.
Wow. Are you breaking news right now?
Nah, I mean, it's always been November, MSG, other than the one, weird pandemic year.
If they come to New York, whether it's MSG or Barclays, I will 1,000% be there.
Yeah. They're coming to New York this year, and it's most likely November.
All right. Lock it in.
Conor versus Masvidal. No? Doesn't do it for you?
I mean, I'll still go. I mean, Conor McGregor fight, I would love to see him.
Wow. What would be your ultimate main event? If you could go to
one...
you're
putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, one UFC pay-per-view, your first UFC pay-per-view, what's the main event of choice?
I mean, I'd love to see Francis's return.
Wow.
I'm a big Francis guy.
Francis versus Tyson Fury?
Wow. And that's in the UFC, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you...
Francis, Tyson Fury in the UFC, and then Kai fighting for the belt as the co-main.
That's the one. Is Kai your favorite fighter?
He's not my favorite fighter, but he's up there.
Oh, wow.
He's up there. Like, he's in my top 5. I mean, an Izzy card would be sick. Usman would be sick. Volk would be sick. Islam fighting for the belt.
Well, or Islam versus Beneil Dariush.
Yeah, that'd be disappointing.
Wow. Okay.
It's only I only say that because I got the Islam future ticket.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. You need one that you have actual, skin in the game on. We excited about the Hawks tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is
party?
Nah, not a party, but just a walk through the park just to get onto the Cavs. The main goal.
Party if it's Cavs Hawks with New York Rick.
Yeah. New York Rick will have to come up to old CT. Old 860.
Oh, you'll be there. That's right. Yeah, he's not coming there. No way. I live vicariously through these parties. I enjoy the parties.
Well, I'm doing Amanda Serrano. I'm all in on Amanda Serrano with Frank, and Frank's trying to get a keg of Medalla Light, the official beer of Puerto Rico. So,
but wait, you're going to the fight?
Yeah.
So how are you going to have the keg?
You got to have the pregame, you know?
You and Frank pregaming before April 30th MSG?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice crew. I got my shirt on the way, Puerto Rican flag. We're going to be ready to go. Bet has been placed. I took Amanda Serrano officially, yeah.
At what?
Minus 120.
So both of you all in on Serrano. I think New York Rick is as well.
I think Frank is all in on
Of course
Serrano.
I'm all in.
Now, he actually, to be fair, he claimed Serrano at the very beginning.
He loves Serrano. That's why, because he showed up at my house, I'm doing him a favor by cheering for Amanda Serrano.
Oh, all right.
You've been on the Serrano bandwagon, I feel like, since August, since I did that first Jake Paul fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So what side are you on?
No one, I mean, it's crazy. No one going for Katie Taylor, the pound-for-pound queen. Crazy.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people going for Katie Taylor, just not us.
Oh, New York Rick says Taylor. Smart guy.
Of course he does. He was Serrano up until just now.
I know. He switched it.
Benedict Arnold.
By the way, I mentioned to you guys about the big opportunity thing, potentially before the fight, all that. Unfortunately, Frank, we have... Unfortunately, we had to decline the opportunity. Do you think it's poor form to say the opportunity, or can I still say it?
I feel like you I feel like you say it.
I feel like I say it because
I feel like the masses will be disappointed in your decision because I am deeply disappointed.
I know. Okay, so this is the story, all right? Sunday night, I get a phone call. I'm at my son's soccer game, and I get a phone call, believe it or not, from the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Buffalo Bills called me as an organization. No, it was one person who worked for the Bills, but it was an incredible phone call. And what they asked me was, would you like to announce our second round draft pick on April 29th? Second round draft pick, April 29th, NFL draft. It would be you and Stevie Johnson, former Buffalo Bills wide receiver. Would you like to go up on the stage on ESPN and ABC in Las Vegas? So look at the symbolism there on two fronts, right? And announce the draft pick. You, me, Ariel Helwani, lifelong Buffalo Bills fan since 1990. Do you want to do the honor of announcing our pick? And I'm not talking about the 6th round pick. I'm talking about the second round pick. Most second round picks end up becoming starters relatively quickly. I mean, this guy could be a Hall of Famer. This guy could be the key to, them winning a Super Bowl this year. And I thought long and hard about it. And there were a few issues, work-related, also family-related. My son's birthday is on the 30th. I've always made a point not to miss the birthday, even the morning. There's a delay. I just don't want to. And yesterday I made the somewhat difficult decision. When I turned it down officially, I said I wouldn't be able to make it happen. It's a lot of flying. I'd have had to fly out on Friday morning, go there, fly back Friday night. I mean, it's 10 hours of flying for 1 minute of glory. And when I said this to GC earlier, he's like, well, it's not really 1 minute, it's an eternity of glory. And I get that. I understand that. I understand where you're coming from. And what a great honor. I mean, how many people get this honor bestowed upon them? So it killed me, but it just didn't work out. There's just a lot going on that week, as you know, with Taylor Serrano. I mean, it's just, could you imagine? I would have walked up there and I would have said, I think it's 57, with the 57th pick in the 2022 NFL draft, your Buffalo Bills, the eventual Super Bowl champions, select. And I would have said the guy, and then I would have chest bumped him, and then that guy would have been my guy. That guy would have been my guy. I would have had to buy his jersey. He would have been immortalized. Like, that guy's career would have been made in that moment when he becomes a Hall of Famer, when they replay his career and it starts with the draft. I would have been up there announcing the pick. Now, then I started thinking it was going to be me. It's going to be Stevie. It's going to be weird. It's never clean cut. But what a great honor. And so for everyone out there, and you know who you are, who have called me a fake fan, a phony fan, a Johnny-come-lately, a bandwagon fan, The Buffalo Bills ain't calling you to announce their second round pick. But in the end, I had to make the tough call. I chose work. I chose family. I chose obligations. I chose my word. And I told them, by the way, next year, Kansas City 2023 draft, I'm already blocking it off. All right. So if you need me for 2023, Buffalo, I'll be there for you. Bills Mafia, I'll be there for you. I'll run through whatever walls you need me to run through because I'm a busy guy. I got a busy schedule. I'll block it off now. But let the record show whenever that second round pick, and by the way, what if it got traded? What if I would have flown all the way there and they would have traded it to the 4th round and now I'm stuck with my hands in my pocket in Las Vegas of all places? That decrepit town. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am banned in Las Vegas, so it would have been tough to make it out there. But 2023, I'll be there. Let it be known when you go and watch the draft on Friday, April 29th, to be exact, second round, when the Bills make their pick, whomever that person is, let it be known your boy could have been announcing. Your boy was asked to announce. What do you think of that?
I mean, the Bills got off the phone with you, and they were like, they hung up, and they were just like, it's 2023.
Yeah.
That's not happening. We're never calling that guy again.
Really? You think that's...
How did he turn that down?
You think that's what they're saying?
I mean, once in a lifetime, man.
What would you have done if the
Falcons...
Falcons...
really to haunt you.
If the Falcons...
I would have already been in Las Vegas. I would have been camping out in a tent for the next week and a half.
What a crazy thing, right? I couldn't believe it when they asked me.
It was an insane thing. I was hoping to be watching the second round and see you stumble out there with old Stevie Johnson and make the pick.
I mean, that would have been nuts. By the way, I've come a long way with the Bills. I mean, 6 months ago, they wouldn't even acknowledge me on social media. Now they're calling me to announce draft picks.
I have to think this hurts the relationship.
No, it doesn't. We had a very nice conversation. We're in good spirits. We're in good standing. In fact, I told them 40th birthday, one of my bucket list items is to go to a game. By the way,
you've still never been to a game?
I've never been to a home game.
I've been turned down the draft offer. Yeah. Are you even a real fan? New York Rick says no.
Yeah. By the way, can you say bucket list? Does bucket list have to be when you're dying?
No, I think it's just a list of things you want.
Yeah. Okay. Because rest assured, I'm not dying.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. It was very emotional. It was tough. It was like the worst weekend possible. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with everyone. I teased it on Monday, so I wanted to let you know I made the decision. And unfortunately, things happen. Adult stuff happens. You make a word. You make a promise. You keep your word. It's very important to me. And I'm very proud of my streak of not missing a single birthday yet. And I feel like by the way, all my kids were like, you have to go. Well, actually, my daughter was like, can I come with you? But the boys were like, you got to go. You have to go. And I appreciate them being, so kind. My wife said, you got to go.
Did anyone tell you not to go?
It's a good question. No one said not to go. In fact, everyone said you're an idiot if you don't go. Quite emphatically. But there was something in my heart that was saying it's just not the right time to do it.
I think all you have to do, we just have to get past the pick itself. It's going to sting when they're announcing the pick. I mean, whoever replaces you, you're going to have a vendetta out for them for the rest of their lives.
That's fine. Who are they going to ask?
It's going to be tough. It's going
to be Wolf Blitzer, Benny the Butcher? I mean, who are they going to ask? No one that would have moved the needle like Helwani.
That's a fan favorite.
I would have walked out there and cut the promo of all promos. I would have let all the jabrones know who the class organization is. I would have said on behalf of the Pagula family, on behalf of the great Brandon Bean and Coach McDermott, I would have said on behalf of everyone involved in this great organization, it is my distinct honor to announce that with the 57th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills, the pride of Western New York, select so-and-so.
Do you think they'll ask McAfee?
Tim Russert, meet the press.
Tim Russert is a legend. McAfee ain't going to get asked by the Bills.
Shooter McGavin.
Jabrone Central.
Shooter McGavin, people love Shooter.
Wait, the actor or the character? Like, is the character
Christopher McDonald is a Bills fan.
No one cares.
Summer Sanders, Olympian.
Yeah, they always love to talk about Summer Sanders. That was before,
Wolf Blitzer.
Blitzer, legend.
Jordan Burroughs,
Buffalo guy, fine. By the way,
Shane Baranski.
I got asked before all of them.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
As far as you
That's what I'm telling you.
They probably already hit up Wolf.
You think Wolf is going out there? How old is Wolf? 67, 68? He ain't going all the way to Vegas for... Let me tell you.
Supposedly NHL player Logan Couture, big Bills fan. Picture of him with Stevie Johnson. I'm going to guess they asked him first.
They might have asked him. Listen. Trust me. If there were no conflicts, I'd be there. By the way, if it was back at Radio City, like they did it for 30 years, I'd be there right now.
No doubt.
I'd be camping out. I'd pop right in, shake a few hands, rock up with my Thurman Thomas jersey, but it just didn't work out.
It is what it is. Decision's been made. You let them know. They've already asked Wolf Blitzer. They're moving on to the next one.
All right.
You got a question or two, huh?
I do got a question or two. Thanks. That's your way of telling me to wrap this up. Okay. Time now for everyone's favorite. And by the way, thank you to the Bills. Thank you to Kelsey at the Bills for this huge honor. It was very hard for me. And I was struggling with this one. I really was, but it was too tough. I tried to move a few things, just couldn't.